So YouTube, welcome back to another one of my videos. So today I'm going to just be talking about the PlayStation Vita. So I originally got my PlayStation Vita, like, I can't remember when it was. It was like when the PS Vita first came out. And I got it bundled with Killzone Mercenary, I believe it was. I remember when I got it, it was like £250. It was quite expensive, but I really wanted something that could replace my PSP. My PSP broke when I was like 9 or 10. Obviously, being in primary school, I didn't have enough money to fix the PSP. Basically what happened was the motherboard died in it, and it was £160 to get the motherboard replaced. I definitely couldn't afford it. I mean, like, I thought a fiver was like expensive back then. So when the PS Vita came out, I bought it because I wanted something that I could play my PSP games on. There was a huge library of PSP games on the PlayStation store, so then I was able to like rebuy any games that I had. So I do have like the UMDs of all my old PSP games. I think I sold like a lot of my older games, and you'll see that now in a minute. I did have a bigger Vita collection, but I sold off a lot of my games because there was a point in time where I didn't really have a lot of money, and in order to get money I sold some of my old games. I regret it now, but I definitely did need the money back then, so I don't regret it too much. Currently with my PlayStation Vita collection, I only have 3 games in physical form. So the first game, as you can see here, is Final Fantasy. I can't remember what Roman numeral this is, so I can't remember, but this is the very first Final Fantasy game I'd ever played. It's a remaster of one of the ones from, I believe, PlayStation 1. But I absolutely love this game and I really want to return to it. I haven't turned my PlayStation Vita on in about like a year, so I'm interested to see what I've actually got on there. It even has, it's basically 2 games in one as well, because you get this little download code. I think I better have used it. I think if you are trying to get into Final Fantasy, maybe try starting off with this one, because the one on the Vita is very, very good and it looks fantastic as well. The second game that I have, and I am so glad I didn't sell this flipping game because I was so tempted to sell it, and then I realised that this is my favourite gaming franchise and why would I sell this? It is Uncharted Golden Abyss. Now, for a handheld console, this feels like a fully fledged Uncharted game. It is a flippin' brilliant game, and it was a game that was actually recommended to me when I was buying my PlayStation Vita. So I picked up this and the other game that you're about to see in like 5 seconds. Picked up these 2 games pre-owned with the console because the guy at Game said that like he really recommends anybody that has a PlayStation Vita plays these 2 games. This is the first Uncharted game I ever played, and it got me hooked on the series. And the last game that I actually held on to for my Vita was Little Big Planet PlayStation Vita. Now my brother had this for PSP, and I think it is still lying about the house somewhere, and if I find it I'm going to give my brother a fiver and I'm going to take it, because Little Big Planet is just pure fun. It's just cute and happy and just everything. I don't know if I'm going to revisit this game, but I'm glad I held on to it because I would only be rebuying it anyway if I hadn't have. But yeah, Little Big Planet is a super fun game, and I think it's one of the games that when you're buying a PlayStation Vita, it is one that you have to kind of pick up because look at him. He's adorable. Other games that I did have before I sold them was Tearaway, which was made by the same people as Little Big Planet. And I remember having Minecraft for the PlayStation Vita. I remember having those 2 definitely on physical. I think everything else I owned on download, which we'll see now. I've got like 3 PlayStation Vita memory cards, and we'll see what's on them. So something interesting to note about the PlayStation Vita was Sony were assholes, as they sometimes are, and they basically made it so that there's exclusive memory cards that you have to buy to be able to save your data. So these were overpriced and exclusive, like you couldn't even modify like a micro SD or anything to like put into it. So this one here is a 16GB one. I brought all my memory cards pre-owned because they were just so expensive. And then inside this product packaging I've got an 8GB card, and I think the one I have in it currently, it's charging, but I think the one that I have on it currently is a 4GB card. So let's grab the Vita now and power it on and see what we have on it. So here is the PlayStation Vita. I have not turned this thing on. Is it going to turn on? I might need to charge it a bit more. Oh, I need to select the date and time. It's been that long. Okay, now we've got that all set up. Of course it's me I had flippin' Drake as my thing. Oh shit, we had a passcode. Am I gonna remember my passcode from like 6 years ago? Hey, I got it! I actually have a unique Vita, but this one is actually the 3G model. So this is the one where you can put a SIM card into. I did have a SIM card for it, which was like network only, but then my phone contract, like my phone network stopped offering that service. So like I ended up just having no SIM card in it and just using Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure I stored like a shit ton of music on my PlayStation Vita because I remember my mum used to take my phone, so I would actually listen to music from this. But we're gonna see what games we had on it. Rayman Legends was one that I had on disc, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I had Rayman Legend on physical. I had Sly Cooper on physical. Really liked Sly Cooper, I don't know why I sold that. I have Tearaway and Assassin's Creed Liberation. Assassin's Creed Liberation glitched on me, and apparently it glitched on everybody. And it was kind of a shit game anyway, so I sold it. And then we have this one, which is like you had to like build like your own world. That was a kind of weird game. And we'll put in the 8 and then the 16GB memory card, and we'll see what games we have on it. Because I remember playing PSP games on this. So we'll start off with the 8GB card and see what is on here. So on this SD card we have, oh, this must have been the one that came with it because it's got Killzone, Mercenary, right there. I absolutely love this game. It's the first game I ever played on Vita and I really enjoyed it. It's a very, very fun game. We've got this game called Final Horizon, whatever that was. It looks like something probably PlayStation Plus. We've got Minecraft. We've got Twitter for the Vita. We've got Live Tweet. We've got I think it's just a skateboard game. I think it's like a Tony Hawk ripoff basically. We've got Counter Spy, which I actually played on the PlayStation 4 and I actually kind of enjoyed it. So we'll turn this off and we'll put in the 16GB card. I think the PlayStation Vita's biggest downfall was data management. That people had like wanted to download so many games and you had like PlayStation Plus exclusive games that would like come out. I have PlayStation Plus. I've had PlayStation Plus since I got this and I haven't stopped paying for it since. I had like a ton of games from PlayStation Plus on my PlayStation Vita and a lot of them didn't fit on my PlayStation Vita and they just kind of stayed in my library and they're still on my library. This card is bound to have all my music on it. Hell yeah! We found the music! Can I use this thing as a music player? We've got Taylor Swift. Now we're not getting a copyright strike from Scooter Braun anytime soon, so we're gonna stop playing that. Oh shit, yeah, this is the card I use the most. We've got The Walking Dead on here. I played The Walking Dead for the first time on the Vita, and I really enjoyed it. The Vita version of The Walking Dead was flipping great. Then we've got Mod Nation Racers. That was a fun game. Oh my god, yes. We've got some old. We've actually got the PlayStation 1 Rayman, which I actually have on disc. At the time I didn't have my PlayStation 2 up here and everything, so I downloaded it on my Vita to be able to play it. It's like one of my favourite games of all time. We also had Sonic Rivals, which is a PSP game. Again, I have it on physical. We've also got one of the Lego Harry Potter games. It was free on PlayStation Plus, I believe, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Then we've got Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. We've also got Tycoon from PlayStation 1. Again, I have that on physical. We've got PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. We have Fez. I hated that game, oh my god. FIFA 15, Borderlands 2, PlayStation Vita Pets. Another thing I want to bring up about the Vita is that they tried to push like They seen Nintendo doing very, very well with augmented reality with the 3DS and they kind of wanted to hop on that trend. So when you got the Vita, you got like these weird cards. I'm pretty sure nobody used it. Like there's a code here that I could renew, but I just never did. And I don't think anybody did. I don't think anybody actually used that feature off the Vita. But the Vita was good for like old games and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video all about the PlayStation Vita. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe and some love. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.